Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Entertainment News on Channels Television. And it's time to look in the fashion direction as Inside Africa Fashion 54 showcases the rich textile heritage of 54 African countries. Take a look.
The cultural, historical, and creative fashion tapestry of all 54 African countries through carefully curated textile and fashion images gets in the spotlight as Tejumola Morris Diaz Fashion Museum presents the Inside Africa Fashion 54. With African fashion and designs already getting global attention, this exhibition captures the African identity through fashion.
The Fashion Museum is an organization that focuses on two various aspects of the fashion industry. One aspect is to promote made in African brands, and the other aspect of the industry focuses on documenting and educating. And so in terms of our contributions, it's important for us to be able to document, because in the past there has been a gap in terms of the proper documentation. And so we figured that it'll be a great opportunity to be able to cover this from our perspective, as opposed to waiting for other people to tell our story for us.
From Ashoeke and Adire in Nigeria to Kente from Ghana, Ndop from Cameroon, and Akwete textiles from eastern Nigeria, the showcase highlights the diversity, artistry, and history woven into African fabrics.
African fashion has always been in, that's just the fact. Yes, there is a growing trend. Like, I think other people are just getting on board to see how beautiful our designs are, the creativity that it is that we have to offer as Africans, and it's a beautiful thing to see. I think thanks to the help of technology and our social media platforms, it leads to a very great opportunity for global visibility in terms of the exposure that's required for the Made in African brands to actually, to actually have the exposure that they need in terms of visualization. So yeah, I think it's a good time. It's a good time to be African, and it's a good time to be in fashion.
Be a lawyer, but thank God perhaps I had very supportive and understanding parents.
The exhibition welcomed students from secondary schools across Lagos, offering them a rare opportunity to learn and experience African textiles physically beyond social media and digital imagery.
For me, the first thing I see is education. What we're doing, we're educating Nigerians that besides the fabric that we like, our Ashoke, Ankara and stuff like that, that in different parts of Africa they have different types of fabric and they use it in different ways. So for me, that kind of educational value is enormous. And we think that we're so far apart from everybody, but I think when you start to look at the textiles, you look at the pictures, you realize that we're so close in terms of our heritage. African people were like nomads. We moved from one place to the other. Back in the days, we moved from West Africa to South Africa. So cultures have mixed, and what you're seeing here is a combination of all those different cultures from all over the years.
The symposium sessions featured conversations around sustainability, indigenous fashion, entrepreneurship, and cultural identity, with speakers and creatives sharing insights on building African fashion businesses rooted in heritage.
The creative industry today is made up of primarily SMEs, and just to very high level, we see SMEs as having four major pain points. The first one is that they're largely informal, not very structured, so people struggle to bank them because they don't have data around them. Secondly, they have limited access to markets. A lot of them are Instagram, mom and pop shops, working for their bedroom or their homes. So we try and provide access to markets with the events that we provide for them. Thirdly, they don't have digital banking tools, so the cost of bank is expensive. So we have an app called EcoBank Business, who is the sponsor of this event you're at today. And finally, access to finance. So for us, it's solving the governance issues, solving the scalability issues before you give them finance. If we're able to do all of this, then the SMEs can compete the same way the oil and gas companies can compete. Just a note for us, a lot of these oil and gas companies also started small, but the difference is that they've been able to put in place the structures and governance that allow them to be bankable by banks.
For me, like one, preserving our fabric and the way it's made, because we have, like, for example, this is Bogolan from Mali. It's 100% cotton, and it tints naturally by a dye that is from vegetables and by muds. So it's very natural and it can resist through the time, and that is really, really important, especially nowadays when we have a lot of chemical fabric, something with polyamide and everything. To have natural fabric is important, and I think this can be our power.
The exhibition also shed light on the increasing appreciation from indigenous textiles among younger Africans.